Hello and welcome to the Style Spot channel. Today we're going to be doing a closet makeover. My closet, I've let it get super messy. What you see behind me and around me is the after. So watch the video, stay through to the end because we have lots of great tips and tricks that you can apply in your closet to transform your space. The first thing that I'm going to do is to recommend that you go ahead and pull out any hanger that is empty. So I've got a few hangers that are empty here. So, okay, now that we have the category of dresses, we can start refining. So it'll go sleeveless, and then, sleeveless, cap sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, and then full length. And then I'm gonna do my maxi dresses, and then I'll do special occasion dresses. So we'll start doing that. I also love this process because you get to see things that you kind of forgot that you had. It's like going shopping in your own closet, which is great. So you're reminded of things that you haven't worn in a while, or maybe since the weather was like that. And you'll notice that a lot of my dresses are inside out or not zipped. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to get things in place, and then I'll go back through and worry about the details. Because I feel like when you're making over your closet, it's kind of stressful enough. It's kind of enough without worrying about all the little details. It'll slow you down. And then I feel like if it takes you 3 or 4 hours to make over your closet, you might just give up halfway. It can get discouraging. So that's why I go back and worry about the details. So this is another cute dress that I know doesn't fit me. So put that in the donation box. Alrighty. So this is better, but it's still not looking great. So the next step is going to be to go by color. So we're going to do light at the front. So start with white and then do light colors, and then it'll get darker towards the back. You probably see them do this a lot in retail stores. They'll start out with light, and then the colors will just get gradually darker. It'll also help you find out if you're buying a lot of one color. I remember at one point my closet was completely black and gray. So I realized, I probably need to branch out a little bit. Try something different. Try something colorful. So again, I'm not mixing. Like if you'll notice, I just moved a lighter blue in front of a darker blue. I'm not mixing sleeve length. So all of these are my sleeveless dresses. So I'm going to put navy in front of black. There's like a green, so that'll go in between. Animal print, I feel like I put that with my grays. And that works out. Okay. This will be blue when I turn it inside out. Alright, now we're moving into cap sleeve. If you have a lot of black dresses, maybe you have a large professional wardrobe, I like to put all of my little black dresses together. That way, when I'm getting dressed for work, if I don't know what to wear and I don't want to think about it, or I'm running behind, I just grab a little black dress and I know it's going to work. So. Alright, so it's looking pretty good. It's looking better, looking better, looking better. So So again, later I'll go through and put everything inside out, and then I'll zip everything up and do all the buttons and everything. But for now, at least I've got all my dresses together. So that's a great place to start. So I've moved dresses towards the front. Again, I've left like about 6 inches for garments that I wear every single week. Like my favorite t-shirts. I have a Disney t-shirt that says, "I've done adulting, let's go to Disney." You can also have sections if, for example, like let's say you volunteer, and that volunteer group, you have to wear certain sweaters or whatever, you know, or if you're on staff somewhere and you have a staff event and you know that, you know, you have to wear this stuff pretty regularly, rather than digging through it, you know, on the day, you can just have a special section for things that you need to pull out. Or for example, I'm in a choir and we have to wear all black, so I'll probably end up having a section of clothes that's just black so that I don't have to think about it. It's all about making things easier for you so that when you walk into your closet, it's stress-free and you can find things quickly, because if you can find it quickly, then you're going to use it. If you keep running into things that aren't your size, or maybe don't quite fit you the way that you want it to, or, you know, maybe it's too fancy for what you normally wear, or it's too casual for what you normally wear, then you're not going to enjoy being in your closet. And your closet really should be like a sanctuary. So I'm taking this opportunity just to dust the poles, or the rods. So I'm going to just keep doing the same thing through different categories. So I'll put all of the t-shirts together, sleeveless, cap sleeve, 3/4, long sleeve, etc. I'll put the pants together, and for the pants, I'll do light to dark. Just like every section, it's going to start off white, and then do grays, and then you end up with blacks at the end. So I'm just going to finish up skirts now, and the other thing that I wanted to point out is that all of the hangers are facing the same direction. So in other words, the hook is always going over the rod this way. I'm not hanging things upside down. It makes it easier to take things out if all the hooks are facing the same direction. But one tip, and I did not make this up, this came from another organizer, I can't remember who. I feel like it was Oprah's organizer. Do you guys remember? Oprah used to have this gentleman on that was fantastic at organizing. He would make people take everything out of their closet and put it like outside in the garage, on the driveway. But anyway, he gave a great tip, which is that as you use things, you can flip the hanger this way. And so it's going in the opposite direction. So then you can see if, for example, I would personally only do this if you can't bear to let things go. You're like, oh, I'll use it someday. But the reality is, if you haven't used it in a year, then you probably won't. So if you feel like you can't part with anything because you feel like you use everything, then once you've used something, flip it the other way. And then after a year, you'll start to see which hangers are left with the hook going this way. And then you'll know that you can give those away and you won't use them because you haven't used them in a year. So that's a tip I did not make up. I will look to see if he has any YouTube videos. If he does, I'll put it in the link below in the description. So I'm just going to carry on with all of these other categories. And so what I've decided to do, I'm going to try it, and if it doesn't work, then I'll rearrange later. But I'm going to try to do dresses, skirts, then I'm going to do t-shirts at the back, and then I'm going to go t-shirt, sweater, jacket, and see if that works, if that's or not. So again, I'm going to worry about matching hangers and all of that, all the detail stuff later, just for time's sake. So sweaters are going to be over here. Okay, so we're going to do sleeveless. A lot of black and white because I worked at White House Black Market, and so they had a really nice discount at that time. I don't know if they still have a nice discount for employees, but they did at that time. And so when you have that nice discount and you're single, which I was at that time, you're not spending on kids and all that good stuff, then just stock up on clothes, which is what I did. We also owned a boutique, so I kind of stocked up when we had a boutique because I could get things wholesale, which was really fun. Alrighty, so there's not really a fast way to do this. I don't feel like you just kind of gotta get in here and keep going. More black hangers for my husband. He'll be happy. Okay. So let me take all the jackets out. Oop, another dress. Put it back here with the 3/4 length sleeve. Actually, it's a full length. Yeah. Okay. T-shirt, sweater. Vest. Sweater. Jacket. I knew I had more dresses. Okay. Another dress. See? Sleeveless. Go for my little black dresses. There we go. Okay. So let's see. So now I just got to find more t-shirts because I know I have more. And you can get into, if you want to do all of your work t-shirts together and casual, you could do that. Right now, I'm just going to put all the t-shirts together and not worry about it too much until later. Scarf. So then I run into things like t-shirt sweaters or sweater tops. I am just going to stick this with sweaters, and the reason I'm going to do that is because would I wear a t-shirt in summer? Yes. Would I wear a t-shirt top, a sweater top in summer? No, I would not. So I would classify this more as a sweater. So it's going to go with the sweaters. More dresses. Okay. I'm happy about that, actually. Because like I said, so the reason I have so many dresses, people tend to think, and I don't know why this is, that when you put a dress on, so like if I wear this to work, people think I have put effort into, I guess, how I dress, which I have to an extent, but it's so much easier to me, it takes no time at all to just come in here, put a dress on and I'm done, than to try to coordinate, okay, a t-shirt and then a sweater and then, pants or a skirt and try to coordinate separates. It's just so much work, and we have a toddler, and so if I can just come in here and grab a dress, it works great. So that's why I end up wearing so many dresses. Don't get stuck too much in the details here. Like if I stick a sweater in and then I stand back and look at it and I realize, oh, okay, well this one's actually darker, this one's lighter, or, then just move it later. Not a big deal. Navy's in front of black. That's a sweater. You go with the sweaters. Pink. So, oddly, I just feel like pink should be behind purple, but... So we are a little bit further down the road. I've switched sides in my closet now because that's kind of the way that I want it dresses by sleeve length and color, and then skirts, and then I've got pants, special occasion wear. My wedding dress is back there, sleeveless, t-shirts, long sleeve, and then I'm getting into sweaters. So then I'll do sweaters and jackets on this side. So just going through the same process. It's the same all the way around. Just starting with white sweaters. Gray. I am going to take out the really heavy sweat. So this would be like outerwear, leather and super heavy. I have my Letterman jacket. Just going to take those out and put those by the front door, you know, in like a hall closet, just because I don't think that I would be putting those on here. If I put them on here, I'm going to get really hot. So just put it out on my way out the front door, and that also frees up a little bit of space here. Just a note on hangers. I'll do another video on hanger recommendations because, like I said, we owned a boutique, and then I worked at probably 3 or 4 different retailers. We had our own store, so seen a lot of different hangers, tried a lot of different ones out. It comes down to little details like this. So if you have a smaller closet, you're limited on space, you know, you want to avoid, like, look how thick this is. It's almost twice as thick. So I'll do another video on hanger recommendations. I did not always have, in fact, this is the biggest closet I've ever had. I've never had this much space before. For quite a few years I was in a, you know, 1-bedroom apartment and did not have the space that I do now. So I think my husband and I had to fit our clothes in a closet that was maybe that size, just on that side, and it was for both of our clothes, and we both have a lot of clothes, so that was challenging. So I picked up some tips through that experience about what hangers to use and not to use when you're in a limited amount of closet space. So I'll put that in another video. That's more of a jacket, so I'll put that over there. This is when I start getting really excited. I'm kind of towards the end of grouping things in categories, and it's kind of starting to take shape. So. It's just nice to be able to go in your closet and find things quickly, and I want my closet to look as close to a store as possible. And don't be afraid to refine things as you go if there's something that's just not sitting right with you.
Maybe next time you can help me with my closet.
Next time I will help you do your closet. It's my husband talking to me. Just put it there, and this is going to be the last thing. How about that? So another tip is to, on your pants, if you're going to hang your pants, which it's up to you if you fold them, if you fold your jeans, or if you, anyway, but if you're going to do it on a hanger, you want to leave about an inch or so on each side. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. I will go back through and make sure that everything is inside out, that the jackets are mostly zipped up, that the dresses are zipped, that things, I'll go back through and do spacing, so making sure like it's not clumped together like that, you know. It's going to be kind of spaced out. They call this finger spacing in retail. In theory you have like fingers, but when you have an entire retail store to do, so I used to do the closing in the stores, and you have maybe 10 minutes to do a few hundred, if not thousands of hangers, do the spacing in it. So I just kind of learned to do like, I don't know, Wolverine claws or something, and just do a group of them at a time. I had coworkers that were a little bit more meticulous, and they literally sat there one by one spacing them. I don't have time for that at this season in my life. So yeah, you can just kind of just finger space and just do, if you don't know who Wolverine is, just go like this and then just space it. Like claws, bear claws, I guess. Alright, so that's pretty much it for now. I've put my my off-season scarves and really warm things out. I'm gonna go put the really heavy outer coats in a different closet. I've got dresses, things are light to dark. Things are split up into categories. I'll try this out for a couple weeks, see how it works. If I don't like it, then I can move things around, but I mean, compared to where it started, super happy with the results. And thanks so much for watching today's video. We'll be doing more closet makeovers, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, comment below. If you use any of the tricks to make over your closet, also let me know. I want to hear from you. We'll see you next time at the Style Spot channel.